Welcome, everyone, to the L7C Podcast Content Tuesday College Football Edition. Today, we are going to be talking some college football, the Buckeyes, some upsets that happened over the weekend, some butt whippings, so on and so forth. We got the Content Tuesday crew with us, myself, the executive producer of the podcast, Justin Ackendell, the captain, Byron Mitchell, and the anime expert, Cedric Ware. How we feeling today, fellas?
Feeling good. It's been a good football weekend.
Watched so much fucking football over this weekend. I feel disgusting. I literally feel nasty. Yesterday, I was watching the Jets. Last night, I was like, you know what? I had enough. I need a break because this game pissed me off. The bets ain't hitting. I need to fucking stop. This shit's ass. But before then, it was glorious.
How about yourself? We went, as Justin said, with the football because Thursday night was the Chiefs and the Ravens. You went Thursday, then the Friday night game in Brazil, then Saturday all day of college football, Sunday all day of NFL, and then Monday capping up on 5 straight days.
Love it.
And then we're already on Tuesday, so we'll be right back on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
It was disgusting. On Saturday, I probably watched shit literally from 12 to fucking like 1 o'clock a.m. Whenever the fuck that game was over.
Oh, man. But Ohio State did play over the weekend. They are victorious 2-0 in a very dominating fashion, and Byron will tell you about it.
Yes, like Martin said, dominating fashion from the Buckeyes all around. Will Howard, 18 for 26, 292 yards, a touchdown. We were so dominant. We, relieved the starters. So Jovian Singh about to come in. He only completed 2 passes for 61 yards and a touchdown. Devin Brown went 5 for 5. I think had like 89 yards. Run game was dominant. 6 rushing touchdowns altogether. Fabian Henderson, 8 for 66 yards, 2 touchdowns. Quinshot Judkins, 9 for 108 yards, 2 touchdowns. Will Howard and James Peoples had the other 2 touchdowns. Jeremiah Smith looked good again, 6 receptions for 92 yards, a touchdown. Emeka Buka got a little more active this week, 5 for 98 yards. Defense played well. We had 3 sacks, 5 tackles for losses. I like that we did start faster this week. We scored touchdowns on our first 3 drives before punting it on the 4th drive. The only thing I didn't like was the ejection of Denzel Burke for targeting because he was pushed by a Western Michigan player into the ball carrier. So I don't think that was true targeting. But otherwise than that, another dominant performance by the Buckeyes.
Thank you, Byron. Thank you. Cedric, what things did you like about the game? Didn't like? Did you have anything different from what Byron said?
Not too much different from what Byron said. I did say just another add-on. Will Howard getting a rushing touchdown. Actually seeing him move out of that side of the pocket. That was nice to see.
Mm-hmm.
Travion Henderson getting his touchdown this week. Yep. That was good to see. But other than that, I mean, they did exactly what I kind of wanted to see them play. The offense continued to be consistent, score points, and the defense continued to get stops. So I was satisfied with it.
Justin, how about yourself?
Yeah, it was a complete domination by Ohio State. I mean, you look at these damn stats. Ohio State 30 first downs, Western Michigan 6. Ohio State 683 total yards, Western Michigan 99. So it was just complete domination. It was exactly what Ohio State needed to do against a team on that level.
Fair enough. Moving from Ohio State, they are 2-0. They don't have a game this week. They have a bye week. I know we're not used to having bye weeks in week 3, but do know with the longer schedule and the more teams, we got a bye week 3. So we'll be taking a break. But the team up north, these were some of the big games. Texas, Michigan, they were the 12 p.m. game. Oof. Justin, this was rough. This was rough.
Oh yeah, Michigan got their ass beat like that. That shit was ugly, bro. That shit was fucking ugly. Like I thought Michigan might was going to do something in the first quarter, but then after Texas dropped 17 points in the the second quarter. You already know what the fuck was going on there. Like, Michigan just couldn't do anything offensively. Like, there was nothing they could do against Texas. They came up there and really put it to them.
Byron, with that Texas win, they actually jumped to number 2 in the AP currently, and Quinn Ewers jumped right now. We're a little into the season, but he's become the new Heisman favorite for that dominating performance. What are your thoughts on Texas just destroying Michigan?
I mean, they look good doing it. So shout out to them for jumping us in the AP poll. I can see why Quinn Ewers, I know Heisman odds went up. Michigan just did not look good. Could not move the ball effectively. Donovan Edwards was not existent. I think he only had like 41 yards. And they didn't really score a touchdown until late in the fourth quarter, but it was already 31-6 Texas at the end. So that was just a garbage time touchdown there. Quarterback Davis Warren just could not get in rhythm. Just all around, Michigan did not look good.
Cedric, anything you want to add?
I'm happy Quinn Ewers is the Heisman favorite right now. That was my pick for the Heisman, so I'm happy to see that's working. Honestly, just very dysfunctional. I don't know what it looks like. I don't think they really know what they want to do. I mean, this is a top 5 opponent. I understand they lost a lot of your offense, but at this point in time, we're still the defending champs. You got to figure out something, because it wasn't even just the fact that it's Texas. Like, they just look truly dysfunctional. They could not catch a rhythm. I don't know if Warren's the answer or not. I mean, I will say this: they solidified the talks from last year that they don't have a passing game. They rely on the run very heavily. So if they don't figure something out, I could see them losing a couple more games this season outside of OSU.
Let's talk about the other big game that got our stuff buzzing, the nightcap of the game. Colorado and Nebraska. Cedric, Nebraska put it on those boys.
Oh, man. Cornhuskers, I know I met a couple people from Nebraska. I work with a person from Nebraska. And I'll tell you, during that game, there's a guy that had a runza. I don't know if y'all know what a runza is. It's essentially like a pizza pocket type of thing, but it's with like ground beef. That motherfucker turned the Cornhusker hat into a runza hat. And I'll tell you what, they runza wild on Colorado that game. Like, it was just bad. Like, amazing performance by Nebraska. I still don't think they'll beat OSU, but I'll tell you what, they really gave it to Colorado, and they did exactly what needed to be done. They got in Shadur's face a lot. Had that boy out there complaining and blaming his offensive line at the end of the presser. The man didn't even stay for the whole game. Great job, Nebraska.
Justin, you played in some pretty intense high school football games over here in Central Ohio. You saw that atmosphere when Shador started with that pick 6 and the crowd started going. You had to know it was over already.
I mean, fuck. I could tell it was over by the first drive. Like, Nebraska went down there and just scored so fast. Like, it's just the same issues with Colorado. Like, they don't have the interior offense or defensive line to really be competitive at all. They were down 28-0 by halftime, but they only ran for 16 damn yards. Colorado only ran for 16 yards. Like, if you can't run the ball and you can't block, and your quarterback Shador likes to hold on to the ball, like, and try to make shit happen, like, it's going to get ugly. You won't have games like that.
Man. Byron?
Defense. Nebraska's defense was dominant, putting pressure on Shador all night. Ended up having 6 sacks, 10 tackles for losses, and a pick 6. I didn't like Shador heading into the locker room with 2 minutes left in the game. That's a poor look on his leadership, and then blaming his O-line in the presser. Just not all a good look for Shador at the end of the game, but Nebraska looked dominant. I'm excited to see what they do for the rest of the season.
Martin, I will say, man, like, I know the biggest question I had last time was if Colorado could run the ball because they didn't have personnel. And then I saw they had Hayden, former OSU Buckeye, and running back. And I saw actually some of the looks he got were not bad. He averaged 6.4 yards a carry. So it's not like, I guess in my mind, this is more just the offense, I think they need to figure some shit out because he gets 5 attempts, runs almost 6 yards a carry. That would have been nice to see early on. That would be nice to throw in there. But they don't do that. They just focus on Shedeur trying to pad them stats so his Heisman campaign looks great. His draft stock goes up and they got Shad on. So maybe Dion needs to think about running the fucking rock so his son doesn't get rocked out here in the fucking pocket. So,
well,
I didn't realize Dallin Hayden was averaging 6 yards a carry, but shit, when down 28-0, you know what the other team gonna have to do. You know they dropping back and throwing that bitch. You gotta come back.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you wait until 28-0 to start running the ball, to try running the ball, like, come on, man. Like,
I think it was the third quarter where one of the Colorado players literally had the pick in his hand, and then he just fumbled it up, and then it went behind. Nebraska player caught it, scored that touchdown.
Was a beautiful play. That was great concentration. That was amazing concentration to stay with that.
I said, pack it in, bench everyone like that. That was bad.
I mean, I'll put it for what it's worth. Shiloh got hurt early in the game. One of the players got hurt as well. One of their starters, and then they had a guy get ejected for targeting. Like, things just like everything on the defense end for them went wrong. That possibly could have went wrong.
They should beat. I mean, they should beat Colorado State. Should. I know they were in a pretty tight one with them last year, but I'm just saying, man, buddy, he want to get the lineman who like to wear designer clothes and Christian Dior. He need to get the meat and potatoes, ripped blue jeans. He don't got none of them on that line.
They got that right tackle, right? The right tackle, I thought was a 4-star, 5-star recruit that they got in there. I know he's a freshman.
Yeah, but
but it's just one guy.
I don't think the linemen are necessarily pretty boys. I just think they just suck.
Nah, Justin, you know the type of the lineman he need. He need them 6'8", 380 Alabama types.
Right. He ain't getting them. They don't want to go to Colorado. They don't want to go to Colorado.
He getting them boys rocking sunglasses that cost more than my damn house. Bro, you ain't blocking nobody. You too cute. You too cute.
All right, you saw what the performers they doing. Blocking. Them boys something to believe in. What they blocking for though? Should they be blaming them when they lose?
You're damn right.
This nigga did that shit last. I said this nigga did that shit last year, and they brought in a whole new line.
Like, gonna do it again.
I mean, regardless of Shedeur calling them out, I mean, they didn't play well, but at some point they gotta have their own pride and be like, "Hey, we can't be going out like this."
Right.
That's true, man. And we're gonna see him on national TV so many more times this year too.
I know. It's great. Love those contract bits before we actually see motherfuckers play. It's awesome.
God. Well, they went down. So we'll see them more. We'll see what they do in actually start playing those Big 12 games. There were some upsets over the weekend. Literally at this time last week, we talked about how everyone was saying Notre Dame should be easy, that they should go undefeated. And as soon as you say that about a team, they lose. They lost to Northern Illinois at home, 16-14. Their chances took a massive hit.
Oh, brother Freeman, what's going on in Notre Dame?
Every time.
Every time.
I really said, man, they got a really light schedule, man. They should go undefeated by the time the playoffs come and literally go next game. Right. Riley Leonard, 163 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Last week I said, oh, he's just rusty. You're coming back from season-ending injury. Maybe he's just not good.
He's out. That boy got problems.
But shout out to Northern Illinois, man. Received $1.2 million to play Notre Dame and walked away with a win.
Let's go Huskies. And they got into the top 25. Let's go Huskies.
They did. Embarrassing. It's I got nothing more to add. I really don't. It's just so embarrassing.
Man, then no passing touchdowns. Threw the ball 32 times. No passing touchdowns.
Bro, that's how this sport is, man. You're on top of the world one week. The next week, they want your head.
Oh. Yeah.
Northern Illinois wasn't going to lay down for.
Hell no.
They were going to lay down for Notre Dame. They ain't listen to none of that. The hype train, but I mean Notre Dame still does have a shitty schedule, so they could make some shit shake, but they'll most likely have to win out, and I don't see them doing that. I see them doing that with them losing to Northern Illinois.
Nope.
shit, you lose to them, you can lose to anyone on the damn schedule.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Agreed. And then you have a game that's always a good one. Iowa State beating Iowa. Iowa, coming off that 40-point mega explosion, then scoring 19, had chances to win, but Iowa State took them out. And Iowa State jumped to the top 25, and Iowa got kicked out.
That's
So
crazy.
nothing really crazy with that. It was pretty light. Close calls. Justin was talking about this. Like, Boise State and Oregon.
Oof.
Down to the wire. I don't know if y'all been listening to good old fashioned Columbus, Ohio radio. Ooh, they chirping.
I don't know.
Oregon's overrated. Double digit win
Mm.
incoming. We're chirping over here.
A double digit?
We chirping.
Well, the way Oregon has played these first two games, shit, I would be talking shit too. They haven't been good.
They skating every.
I mean, yeah, like letting Boise State almost win that game at home. I know they got the best running back in the country, but what else do they have? Like, what else does
Sir,
what
good
else does
mid
Boise State
2000s
have?
college football. Mid 2000s college football. One running back. That's it.
Yeah. Ashton Genty.
Yeah, I mean, Ashton Genty almost ran for 200 yards against him, 192 yards against him. Like, fucking Boise State's quarterback ain't do shit. So,
I need to get that running back on Colorado.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Bro, stop. He ain't going there.
if Oregon is giving up 221 yards to Boise State on the ground, what the fuck Ohio State gonna do to them with Henderson and Junkins?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
They gotta get that shit figured out before that game, or it could be ugly. Like, yeah, like the niggas on the radar, right?
Oregon also did have 3 fumbles, which they lost 2 of them, so that's also not good.
Yeah, that's bad luck, but yeah, like you gotta start stopping the run, and they had a close call against Idaho. They're saying there in the game that was like it was early that Idaho was doing because Oregon pretty much dominated that game. Yeah, they had 487 total yards against Idaho, but hey, they fucking around. They fucking around. They play in the Big Ten schedule. I mean, shit, who they got next week?
They have Oregon State. I think they might lose.
Yeah, they're at Oregon State. They're at Corvallis. That's a rivalry. Like Oregon State gonna be ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're gonna need to
16-point favorite right now.
You might take Oregon State, man. I don't know. I might have to look at that, but. Yeah, Oregon gonna have to figure some shit out before they get to that game against Ohio State, and then in between the Ohio State game after Oregon State, it's at UCLA and at Michigan State.
Mm-hmm. No, really. I mean, we'll see what they do, and then the other banger of the game: Arkansas, Oklahoma State, double OT. Oklahoma State pulls out the dub there. I feel like Oklahoma State. Every year they just randomly they just stay in the middle. They can never like get to that top 10 playoff contention because they always F it up when people bring their names up.
Arkansas should have won that game.
They should have.
Mm-hmm.
I should have bet on Arkansas. I was staring at that shit. 10 points? Like, the fuck does Oklahoma State think they are? And shit, they proved me right, but they ended up winning that game.
Those were the biggest games. I mean, I'm starting to think. I really think Oregon might lose if they keep. You can't keep playing this close and not take an L.
That's very true.
This is going to mean more to Oregon State.
Oregon State beat San Diego State. I don't know, San Diego State ain't good, probably not, but they beat them 21-0 last week, so they weren't fucking around.
Man, this would have been a late game back in the day. Some Arizona at Kansas State, number 20 Arizona, 14 Kansas State. Who are we? Kansas State, obviously Will Howard's old school. Who are we liking in this matchup?
I was watching the highlights of both of these teams before we got on, and Arizona played Northern Arizona, last week, and they only won that game 22-10. It's fucking. They gave up a bunch of yards. They gave up a bunch of yards to them. Like, they were 0 for 10 on third down that game, but they gained 361 yards. They gained 627 yards in their first game against New Mexico. Kansas State Kansas State, they should have at least went to overtime with Tulane. Tulane low-key got robbed. They had two badass calls at the end of that game against Kansas State. But I don't think these defenses are very good. I think I'm just going to go with Kansas State just because they're at home. It's going to be a high-scoring affair because most of these teams don't really play any goddamn defense.
Byron?
Yeah, I'm going K-State too, just because they're at home.
Cedric?
I'm going to follow Better's logic.
Okay.
So Kansas State,
Well, I mean, Kansas State kicked Will Howard to the curb because they felt like this quarterback's better than Will, so I'll go Kansas State as well. This one, biggest game in Fickle's career right now, Wisconsin already. He has Alabama coming. Big noon kickoff. Alabama was 16?
Yeah, still 16.
16-point favorite. We're going to be in Madison, Wisconsin. Cedric, who you like in this one? Can Fickle can he keep it close? I mean, Alabama struggled a little bit early in the game, then they turned it on, but does Fickle have a shot to do anything?
Honestly, I mean, if he starts off right and can hold down Jalen Milroe, I think they have to keep it close. They have a shot. I just think that Alabama just has so many more weapons. I like Luke Fickle. I like him as a coach. I think he does a great job. I mean, they got the advantage. They're at home, Wisconsin. Big new kickoff, jump around. I still think Alabama just edges them. Honestly, I think Wisconsin could cover. I think Wisconsin could cover the spread, but
16's a lot of points. I agree. And do know after Alabama plays Wisconsin, they get a bye, and then 9:28 Georgia, already the night game, ABC.
That's a big fat L for Alabama.
The night game it's in Alabama. Oh, hold on, Justin, it's in Bama though.
I don't care.
Tuscaloosa?
I do not care. I know they won 42-16 against South Florida, but goddamn it, they were fucking bullshitting that entire goddamn game. Milroe looks like he's taking a step back. He ain't the Milroe that played against LSU last year, where I was saying that nigga was coming along. That ain't the same Milroe that I see. These niggas had, which would never happen. Well, a Nick Saban team. These niggas had 13 penalties for 120 yards against South Florida.
Oh, God.
Undisciplined. Just would never let that shit happen. He would have took some scholarships if that shit happened. He would have took some scholarships. These niggas had 13 penalties. Like, when has an Alabama team has had that many penalties? I don't know, but I don't think Wisconsin's very good to get to the point of what we're talking about, who's going to win between them. Tyler Van Dyke, the Wisconsin quarterback, he got ran out of town. He got ran out of Miami. They only won by 2 touchdowns against Western Michigan, who just saw what Ohio State did to, and only a 14-point win against South Dakota, both at home. They got Alabama at home. They might cover, but I don't think they're going to win this game.
Byron?
Yeah, I'm going Bama. I just don't think Wisconsin has the talent to beat Alabama.
I don't disagree with any of you guys. I think this is one of the problem with having the contract with the Big Ten and Fox, because I would definitely think Wisconsin would cover if this shit was at night, but you don't get night games in the Big Ten when these big matchups because of big dude kickoff. So, yeah, they're probably going to get killed after the second quarter. I think they're going to keep it close until halftime, just because that energy's going. And I also like how Alabama and Georgia both get bye weeks on 9/21.
Set up for that big matchup.
That's crazy.
Hey, shout out to Alabama for even scheduling this game. They don't have to do that shit.
Oh,
They had to schedule Wisconsin. Go there at that too.
True.
then you got Boston College, number 24. You saw them earlier. First, number 6, Missouri. First people who picked Missouri. This is going to be one of their bigger games early in the year. Justin, you've been riding Missouri since last year. We saw Boston College. How you feel about this one?
Man, if Missouri don't whoop these niggas' ass, I gotta reevaluate everything I ever known about football. I know fucking Missouri has played Murray State and goddamn Buffalo the first 2 games of the year, but you gotta understand, Boston College beat Florida State because Florida State is just ass. They ain't like they even played that damn good. Boston College, if we're being totally honest. So I think Boston College is going to come back down to earth, and fucking Missouri is going to put it to them. I don't know what the line is, but I would hammer Missouri. Bill O'Brien, good story. You beat Florida State, a crumbling Florida State.
17 points.
Yeah, 17 points. I'll take that. You beat Florida State. Went down there. I don't think you're going to be able to pull this one off.
By the way, side note, Florida State plays Memphis, 12 o'clock. Florida State's favored by 6.5.
I wish my dumbass would have took the spread this week instead of fucking after Boston College. After the Boston College game, my number was 5. So the pros might be thinking something I don't know. Might know something I don't know, but we'll see.
Cedric, how about you? Missouri versus Boston College.
I'm going Mizzou. I think this should be honestly, this should be easy for them, easy work. So,
Byron.
Go on Mizzou too. Hopefully, Luther Borden III can get in this game. I know he had a slow game against Buffalo last week, so hopefully he can get it in and Mizzou comes away with an easy win.
Justin, is Georgia going to cover that 24 points against Kentucky this Saturday?
I think so. Kentucky is horrible. Kentucky lost 30. They lost. Let me see what the actual score was because I was fucking on these niggas. I was on these niggas last week and I was fucking pissed off. They lost 31-6 at home against fucking South Carolina. And South Carolina's quarterback. No, actually, everyone was absent that game. Actually, it was only South Carolina only had 252 yards. Kentucky had 183. Yes. Georgia is absolutely going to cover this game. Kentucky is dog water.
Okay. Fair enough. We'll stay with Justin since there's no NFL this we're talking this week. We can do trash can of the week and performance of the week and winners and losers. Performance of the week and trash can of the week got to stay in college football. Then winners and losers can be anywhere. So Justin, who's your performance of the week?
Performance of the week. I'm going with Gunnar Hume, the tight end at Texas. 7 receptions, 98 yards, 1 touchdown. It seems like Quinn Ewers only was thrown to that guy. Fuck with him. He's nice.
Do you have your trash can of the week?
Oh, who is my trash can of the week? It gotta be the UK Wildcats, man. These Kentucky fans were so hyped up. They thought they were going to actually be something against South Carolina at home. And 31-6 at home. Ridiculous, horrible, bad, big ass. No. Definitely Kentucky.
Love it. My performance of the week, gotta shout this man out because, we're rational over here. Shout out to Kyle McCord, third ACC quarterback over the past 20 years. Listen to that. Third ACC quarterback over the past 20 years to a consecutive 350 passing yards and 4 tutties. Over the win, over number 23, Georgia Tech, completed 22 for 46 for 381 and 4 tutties. He's going crazy right now.
Hey, do not sleep on Syracuse. Schedule lines up for him. We all know that ACC is trash. Looking at the schedule right now, their hardest schedule at the end of the year is fucking Miami. And Kyle McCord has been fucking falling. I mean, we only 2 games in. This man has 69% completion, 735 yards, and 8 touchdowns and 1 interception. And then shout out to the tight end from Syracuse as well. Oh God, I can't say this nigga's name, but he's the best He's the best tight end in the ACC. He's hard too. Gadsden the second, hard.
I mean, it's just you got to ignore it. And then trash can of the week. Anyone who got on those good God-given airwaves and said that Colorado was going to make the playoff, you are fools. Every single one of y'all. Y'all are all trash cans. Because y'all, like Cedric said, y'all hyped this up so much, we're going to see them on TV probably. If we didn't live in Ohio, we would see them more on TV than the damn Buckeyes. And they are ass. Period. And they haven't even played the rest of the real Big 12. Trash. Go ahead, Byron.
My performance of the week is Henry Harris Jr., the Ole Miss running back, 165 yards and 4 touchdowns. Just dominant against, I forgot who Ole Miss played, but they won like 66 to something. But shout out to him. My trash can of the week, fucking Cade McNamara, the Iowa quarterback. 13 for 29, 99 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions.
Oh, boy.
Classic Iowa. Woo! That's Iowa I love to see.
Oh, boy.
Came from Michigan. Kirk Ferentz thought he was going to be the next star Iowa quarterback. Man is ass.
Byron, is he just ass or is he big ass?
Oh, yeah, what type of ass is he,
Big ass. Big ass.
Oh, my God. What about you, Cedric? Who's your performance of the week and trash can of the week?
My performance of the week. Fucking, I'm riding the hype train. Jesse, you already mentioned that Syracuse may see them if they keep winning the U. Let me get them cans. Let me get Cam Ward. 204 yards, 3 touchdowns off of 26 attempts, 20 for 26. They're rocking. They're rocking real out. And so I hope to see them keep winning because I mean, like you said, the ACC is kind of ass. So
nah, it ain't kinda. It ain't kinda. Listen.
Hey,
before we get the winners and losers, can I give some bets that I already made?
Cedric hasn't even done his trash can of the week yet.
Oh, after that then.
Okay.
I jumped the gun. My bad.
So my trash can goes to Notre Dame's quarterback. My guy, I don't give a damn about your season-ending injury.
Riley Leonard.
I don't give a damn that you came back out of the season. Bro, now back-to-back weeks, I've seen it now. You ain't fooling me no more, Bubba. You ass.
Oh, was he ass, Cedric?
Bro, I literally watched part of that game, and listen, Northern Illinois had heart. But my dog, you ain't supposed to be getting your ass. Like, you ain't supposed to be working like this. Like, he can't throw. He can't throw. Yeah, like he can run the ball a little bit, but shit, like their defense bailed him out the first time they were getting close, and I don't blame them. They're like, look, man, we need you to put some points up on the board. You can't do it, so my guy, maybe time to consider your other options out.
All right, doing an audible before we get to winners and losers because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot. Justin has some bets he's put in.
Yes, I've been on a streak with this college football shit. I've been hitting parlays. I've been hitting sides. I've been on top of my shit. So let me just talk about some games I've already laid some money on. I know the vibes were bad after week 1 for this team, but you know what? They're at home. They started my nigga DJ Lagway, a freshman. So Graham Mertz ain't starting anymore. And they a home dog. I took Florida. The Florida Gators getting 4 points. It's up to 4.5 now, so you got a better number than me against Texas A&M. I think they're going to cover that game. And then we got Ole Miss minus 23 against Wake Forest. It's at Wake Forest, but you know Wake Forest is an ACC team. Ole Miss has been a juggernaut to begin the season. I know they ain't played nobody, but shit, the ACC team is really nobody at this point. So I think they're going to do much of the same. And I got some NFL ones, but this ain't the NFL pod. So.
I mean, you could drop them real quick now. I mean, they're not going to. Might as well.
Oh well, I'm taking the Bengals. I know they look like dog shit, but they got the Chiefs this week. They getting 6 points. They're going to be up for the Chiefs. Also took the Colts -3. They laying 3 against Green Bay. They got to go to Lambeau, but Jordan Love is out. If there's rumors that they might pick up Ryan Tannehill, which I don't know what the fuck he's going to do after coming off the couch. If Malik Willis starts that game, he is absolute dog shit. Big ass if I've ever seen it. So I cannot back Green Bay in that situation. Anthony Richardson, he covered. He got the cover against the Texans, and he threw some fucking bombs against the Texans as well. And also took the Seahawks -3 against the Patriots because the Patriots just beat the Bengals, but I don't see them keeping this shit up for the entire season.
All right. Winners and losers go to Byron. Byron, who are some of your winners and losers since the past week?
I actually don't have a lot. I'm just gonna do Homer. Saints, they look fucking dominant against Carolina. I think Kubiak has that offense looking good. I'm riding the hype train. We got the Cowboys this weekend. It's gonna be a tough game. But if we could be the Cowboys, man, we might be able to do some things. But Saints revamped offense. Clint Kubiak definitely was a great pickup in the offseason. I know I shitted on our offensive line last week, but they actually look good against the Panthers. I know the Panthers suck, but anytime you can go in against an NFC South opponent and win 47-10, hey, it's looking good. And then for my losers, the New York fucking Giants. They got fleeced by Daniel Jones, and he fucking sucks. 22 for 42, 186 yards, and 2 interceptions. That man is big ass.
Any other people?
And shout out to Saquon Barkley, man, for getting out of the Giants and going off against the Packers, man. Good for him.
Oh shit! Oh man, Cedric, what about you, man?
Winners. I'm giving it Northern Illinois, man. That coach, that's big. That's big props. Like honestly, dude was super emotional at the end of the game. Kept it very simple. Just believe. Like it doesn't matter what your point is. If you believe you can get it done, you can get it done. So that's one of my big winners of this week,
man.
Facts. Actually, it's ironic if I said that. I was gonna say the New York Giants is my winner. Thank you for the gift of Saquon.
Oh!
Y'all niggas is dumb. Y'all chose to pay Daniel Jones and not Saquon. Foolish. Just foolish. But I love it. Thank you. Because, man, that game in Sao Paulo was not great at first. If it wasn't for Saquon, we would have lost. We got our ass whooped. So thank you for Saquon. Losers. I'm just going to say Deion Sanders and the people on the airwaves that love that man so much to put him on national TV to watch this shit. So we're going to have to see yet another year in Colorado. The Browns.
Oh, wait till it's the
Browns.
God.
don't even say them because that's Biggie's.
No, you can go ahead. Go ahead. I got some more, but I was about to.
Well, no, I mean, Martin's going to go into it. It really is just like I think we're now year 3, year 2, year 3 of that deal. We are seeing like this is supposed to be when we're supposed to be seeing some fruition, and ain't shit happening. So looks like it was a bad deal, my guys. Let's maybe keep Baker next time. I don't know, but yeah, those are my winners and losers.
Perfect segue for me, Cedric, because my first winner is Baker Mayfield. Did y'all see that man play on Sunday?
Oh yeah,
I saw the highlights during Red Zone.
I know every Browns fan saw his ass.
Did y'all see my guy, Mike fucking Evans?
Quietest
Mike Evans went off.
Ever. Quiet, doesn't do shit. Goes to work, gets $1K every year, leaves. Again,
future Hall of Famer. I see the light.
Hall of Famer.
For
sure. But nah, Baker was absolutely balling. It's a fact too that, I mean, ever since he's got to Tampa Bay, and he had to succeed. Tom Brady, who won a Super Bowl there, He's been out of sight, out of mind. Probably his best thing. He's just been there playing football. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just there playing football, and he's playing some of his best ball. I mean, he's not injured, all that. And just shout out to Baker balling out like that. Like, he was one of my biggest winners. And I got some more, but since I brought the Browns. Okay.
You should have let me go next. I thought we were saving this fuck nigga for last.
No, I'm not going to say him. I'll leave his specific name for you. I'm talking about the whole team. Y'all really wasting my Sunday at 4:25. Y'all are terrible. Straight fucking ass. I really sat there, and people don't understand, man. Especially weeks when me and Justin have the NFL pod. I have a whole family. I really devote all this time into watching this shit, taking notes, rewatching the shit, trying to guess what games Justin's gonna make us review. So I have to rewatch it on NFL Plus, all that shit. And then you clowns hyped all this shit up, have all the talent in the world, and you go out there the first Sunday in Cleveland, which we were all in that stadium during SummerSlam. Fucking trash. Nah, this year, I don't know if Stefanski makes it halfway through the year. If this is ass like this, he's out. Period.
Whoa!
Yup, you heard it first. Yes, sir. Halfway through the year, if they ass like this, he's out of here.
You got to chill. You got to chill with Stefanski. That's a good coach, bro.
If he don't make it to the playoffs, he's out.
No.
That city don't fuck with him right now. You
Nah,
know
he
this.
will be
You
out.
know that
That's
city
true.
ain't fucking with him right now at all. They don't fuck with him at all right now.
You a 2-time coach of the year but can't get past the first round? I smell fraudulent. I'm just saying.
Fraudulent.
Struggling to win your division. Oh,
I'm just
watched
saying.
Deshaun Watson and Joe Flacco. That's not his fault. He
Okay.
don't make the roster. Ain't the GM. Come on now.
He's the head coach. He got
Hey,
said.
but some
He
of the
called
plays
the
are
plays.
ass too. Are you seeing?
Oh,
bro,
Barry going too. His ass is
You
getting out
see
too.
this too? Them plays is ass. Tell me.
That's
come
not
on.
fair, bro. That's not fair.
Oh,
I'm
The NFL's
sorry.
never been fair.
Yeah, that
never
is,
been fair.
how can
true.
you call for Stefanski's job?
The same way. The same way.
What has been given to
Gravel
him?
got
What?
fired. And
He has one of the
do
best
shit
rosters
else.
in the country. This is not college. The best roster in the
Tackles on
league.
Sunday. That's why it looked that bad. I mean, Deshaun Watson still sucks, but like, what?
Justin, they were abysmal.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
They
bro.
were abysmal, and they were just the only ones.
That's ridiculous.
The Bengals,
been fired for less.
Ohio was just terrible. The Bengals,
Oh, God.
trash water. Trash water. You are going to tell me the only team that won a game in the AFC North were the goddamn Steelers?
Off of
Hey,
field
shout out to
goals.
your man Justin.
Every time.
Justin got it done.
Every fucking time, man. You think this team's, and it's only one game, but it's so Steelers. Everyone else loses.
It was the most Steelers game of all time. I loved it.
And then other trash. Will
Oh my
Levis,
God.
garbage. Next year, they're drafting a quarterback. Get that mayonnaise trash piece of shit off that team. He sucks. Awful.
He should not have thrown that interception against the Bears.
You
That
can't
was
even throw that bad an
awful.
interception in NCAA football. And that's saying something because there are picks in that game every 2 seconds. He is terrible. God. Oh my God. It was just fucking. I was like, what am I watching on this first? And everyone just looked like straight shit.
Oh, I mean,
don't
I agree with everything you said, bro, except firing Kevin Stefanski, bro.
Bro,
That's
I'm telling
wild.
you. Wait till bro.
That's
they don't make the
wild,
playoffs.
bro.
Who else was just straight pooty woo?
Oh my God.
You already said the Giants, so I'm not really gonna harp. I'm trying to think of other stuff. Okay. Another winner. Shout out. Well, Justin already shouted himself out. Justin was putting us on some bets, so those shout out to Justin on that. Shout out to Byron using 3/4 of this past weekend, the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Champion deck, U-Bell Fiend Smith. So shout out to Byron and all the U-Bell players out there. And
Thank you.
he probably would never, and then one loser, listen. I went to a locals this past weekend. Buddy was really trying to eye a binder of mine. Like I wasn't looking at him, trying to pull a lick on Spencer. I don't appreciate that. So have some more courtesy, please.
Trying to steal his man's cards, essentially, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers don't know
Trying
who
to
Spencer
finesse.
is.
I'm just saying that ain't it. And y'all need to show some class over there. Spencer was a new guy playing. Y'all This man Spencer asked the guy, "Why do you use this deck?" He said, "Because it wins." No social skills. Like, brother, it was his first time there. I'm just sitting there eating some damn donuts, watching.
Like he's a fucking threat or something. You just whooped his ass. You know it's his first time, bro. Give him some game. Like, come on now.
Dang. I was like, oh, it's gonna be one of these ones today.
As it wins is
Period.
hilarious.
Period, man. And they will continue to be trash forever. DirecTV and ESPN, mostly ESPN, until this shit's done. So
You saying those niggas is losers every single week until that shit is settled on God.
yep. If I didn't have NFL Plus, it'd be kind of rough.
Yeah.
I watch Monday Night Football with my rabbit ears.
Hey, that's clutch. But go ahead, Justin. I didn't. I left that specific name for the loser for you. Go ahead, man.
Oh my God! You say you calling for fancy literally threw me off my game. Oh my God!
Oh, get ready if the Bengals lose again. Oh my! I'm not playing this year. I'm not. If you got all this talent and you can't win, get out. Leave.
Yeah, they will deserve it if they lose this week. Oh my God! Well, first loser, the fucking New York Giants. It's not even because what they did on fucking Sunday. Because I wrote this shit down on fucking Friday when I was watching Saquon Barkley. I was like, what? It was a stretch. It was like Devontae Smith caught a pass. Then it was like AJ Brown, and then fucking Saquon. And then Saquon got the score. And then I wrote in my notes for this shit. I was like, why the fuck did the Giants let this happen? Out of all the teams you could have let this nigga go to, twice a year. As soon as he fucking got there. And then, like Cedric said, if Saquon Barkley wasn't going off, those niggas would have lost that fucking game. Jalen Hurts did not look good at all. Another loser. Fucking Jalen Hurts. He was ass that game. Fucking
hey, what time, Justin?
Ass that game. Like, goddamn, thank God the rest of the Eagles are hard. Thank God they got AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and Saquon because and a good offensive line, my nigga Lane Johnson on the right side, because Jesus Christ, that shit was crazy watching that fucking game. Oh my God. A winner. I have been very critical of this guy. The whole fan base has been critical of this guy. Dak Prescott. Not the Cowboys for giving the money, but Dak Prescott for getting his money. After going the past 2 seasons, 12-5, he can't do shit in the playoffs, but I'm happy the man got his money because the vibes are good right now. And as soon as I saw that he got that money, I bet the Cowboys last week, they were underdogs up in Cleveland. He got the shit done. He ain't do too much. The defense went fucking off. And I'm back in on the Cowboys. We'll see what they do against the good teams. I don't know. The Browns are really a good team with Deshaun Watson as quarterback in them, but we'll definitely see about that. We got, oh man, tired. We got another loser. And it's two losers in the same situation. I got the Miami Police Department and Tyreek Hill.
Oh, brother.
I was
actually going to come back to that because I'm starting to get more losers in my head. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, both those motherfuckers are losers. Tyreek Hill for just being ignorant, not just getting his ticket and just going to work, like, thinking you rich, like, you can sue those niggas afterwards, like, just take your ticket and leave. And then the Miami police for obviously beating his ass and just being fucking assholes to begin with. Like, that's a whole stupid situation. Like, we shouldn't be talking about that. We should be talking about Tyreek Hill fucking catching touchdowns and doing his other foolishness, not him with the cops. And then the main event of winners and losers, the biggest trash can in probably the past 2 fucking years, if we're being honest. Shit, actually, the biggest trash can of this decade, if we're being completely honest. That's right. Since 2020, the downfall of fucking Deshaun Watson has to be fucking studied. Because this dude is fucking ass. I mean, what's bigger than big ass? I don't even know. Enormous ass? Colossal ass?
Megan the Stallion ass?
Stallion ass?
I don't even know. Name the porn star with the biggest ass. That is fucking Deshaun Watson right now. After you played like dog shit on fucking Sunday, I mean, 53% completion percentage. Just you got 6 times. Oh, that's not your fault, but some of it definitely is. And then on Monday, more winners and more. Or what? The 28 or 27? I don't even know how many it fucking was. There's more. There's more. Pack this nigga up. The Browns gotta find a way to get out this contract. You got my nigga Martin saying that Kevin Stefanski didn't get fired because you suck. Fair enough. I have another fucking Deshaun Watson. And it's 40-0.
Shit.
Again, they're all going. I'm telling you, they're all going. That's how the NFL works. You made the choice, Kevin and Mr. Barry, that you wanted Deshaun over Baker. So y'all all go live with it. Him. All three of y'all getting bounced.
Oh,
only one contract guaranteed, so it don't matter.
Oh, God. That's so tough.
Yeah, I'll say this, though.
I mean, you fired Stefanski. You're going to take that job as long as you locked into Deshaun Watson. The only way they're getting out this shit is this nigga did this other essay shit. If he loses the case and they can get out the contract. That's the only way they're getting out this bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to loosen the blow to open up some cap space. So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they may have to eat the L. I wouldn't be surprised if they bench his ass and bring someone else in. Because they restructure some of his contract to be like a signing bonus to open up some
he's not going to restructure his contract. He's not going to do it. Why would he?
Well, no, they already did. They already restructured to make some of the money to be a signing bonus so they can open up cap space. Because they got to bring someone else in. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's as good as you. That's the only thing you can really do outside of this SA shit. Like all you could try to do is open up more money in different ways to bring someone else in.
I don't know.
All you can do.
We
got to soften the blow. You got to reduce the exposure. That's all you can do.
It's guaranteed. They'll just have to draft a quarterback and be ass. And
that's what I'm saying.
That roster is not bad enough to be ass. That roster is really good. It's him.
This is what it is. You got to take the L.
I can't believe on Monday, think piece, talking point, Twitter, I don't care. The fact that we live in an era where they're like, man, we really got to think about starting Jameis Winston over Deshaun Watson. The fact I even...
Nigga, it was me.
Hey, shout out to my guy, Jameis Winston.
He's
Mr. Eat a W himself.
He'd still be in New Orleans if he didn't go for that touchdown. He would still be there.
Okay. I'm still mad at fucking DA for that. There's no way they should have got rid of him because he wanted to give Jamal Williams a touchdown. He hadn't had a touchdown the whole season.
He's a great locker room presence. I love the energy. That guy's high energy. I love that shit.
He's great for vibes.
Hold on. So, Justin, that was a great main event. That was a great one. We got to go back to the good old Passion pre-show. We ain't letting them get off the hook.
Who?
The fucking refs from that Thursday night game.
Oh, those motherfuckers, bro.
Yes.
Like,
we ain't letting them get off the hook.
Those fuck niggas, like, no one likes them. Like,
we could take it being weather delayed, had to start because that was some real ass lightning out there.
Referee now, chill.
But still, no,
Justin,
I don't
you
care
saw
what
the atrocity
they were terrible.
They were out there doing. I hope they did get paid. I hope they did. Because if you're doing that shit and you ain't getting no money, you fucking up out here.
I just need the NFL to explain to me why the Chiefs right tackle can go outside every single play. That's all I did, though.
I want to know why the Ravens were the only ones getting those calls because I watched a lot of NFL.
They had like 10 of them bitches.
Mm-hmm.
No one else was getting them calls.
I mean, they were calling
it one time.
They were calling legal procedures all goddamn. It was all damn weekend. But besides the point, the worst part is fucking Jawan Taylor going offsides every single fucking play. Like I understand. I was at the gym on Saturday and I talked to one of my I saw one of my ref friends up there. He's a football ref and he do basketball. And I was like, why don't they call that shit against him? Tram said, man, he does it every single play. What are we gonna do? Just stop the game every single time? And I was like, yeah, I feel you, bro. We'd be there for fucking 5 hours if you called that shit every single time.
Also, too, the fact that they got away with that. They got away with Spagnuolo calling a timeout, which for people who don't know, an assistant coach cannot call a timeout.
That was
supposed to be a penalty.
That was wild.
I learned that on Thursday too from Chris Collinsworth.
Oh man, I was like, wait, okay, so any coach nowadays? All right, well, fuck it then. I guess we're just rolling like this.
So that was just something. And then the fact that it did still NFL brings the drama. The fact that it came down to literally a toe. And I felt bad for the Ravens. I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
that was tough.
Isaiah Likely. That's
And then he
That's
told
And
him,
there's
shut
one
up,
in that
bitch,
game,
when he
too.
was leaving.
Hey, I get it, man. I was
Straight.
upset.
Likely another winner, best game of his life, and he told those Chiefs fans to shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yeah, he
Good.
did.
My nigga.
And
You
then
a
on
real
the flip
one.
side, Mark Andrews just wanted to block.
Yeah, all the tight ends this weekend were trash. I'm just gonna
Besides
Bump the tight
Isaiah
ends.
Likely.
besides
Except-
Isaiah Likely,
Yeah,
all the
except
other
Likely
tight
for
ends
real.
were fucking trash this weekend.
Look, I was gonna leave my fantasy woes out of this, but you know,
We don't
Travis-
need to be bitching about fantasy on here, bro. No one cares.
Travis Swift, man, you gotta play better, but whatever.
He don't care. He don't care. He got 3 rings. And he was a billionaire. They like, you know what? We just beat the Ravens. Let's go to the US Open.
I mean, you wouldn't. I would.
Bro,
I would
I'm
take
from the
this, bro.
Tom Brady. No, you should have been there proud. You got the Bengals, the team that hates you next.
Dog, you don't have to. Bro, you off from Thursday to fucking Sunday. You don't got to think about work until Monday. They play on
Tom would have
Thursday,
been thinking
bro.
about it that day.
No, he wouldn't have.
Tom,
Yes, I said the nigga had a life. Come on now.
did he? He lost his life because of football.
I don't think this nigga was watching tape if he had 10 days off. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know,
it's
man.
like he wasn't
literally
playing with
just
his
lost-
kids.
Get out of here, man.
He lost his whole life because of football.
And shit, obviously the Chiefs don't have to fucking do that shit anyway. They still want to go out there and somehow pull the game out.
They better not.
I hope not.
Just I know too. Y'all think this bad. Wait, if Cleveland loses this game too,
Against the Jags?
bro, they need the Jacks her ass too. But they're starting to piss me off.
That game was bullshit.
Hey, Justin, can Tampa Bay beat Detroit?
Man, I don't know why the fuck Detroit getting so many damn points, but hey, Detroit a juggernaut, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
they were bullshitting that whole game, and then when it counted, they were like, "Fuck this shit." Obviously, the Rams defense was tired too, but they just turned around and just followed them up.
Yeah, they
It was
really
over.
rammed it.
Yeah,
They ran that ball down the Rams'
Right.
throats, but
like the Lions could be cute. The Lions could be cute. They can throw that bitch, but at the end of the day, if shit really gets sweet, they can just turn. They got probably the best offensive line in the league. They can just turn around and just run that bitch.
All right, shit. With that being said, before more losers pop up, I think we hit the biggest ones with Deshaun, the Tyreek, police, Daniel Jones, the Giants, the whole state of Ohio, NFL wise. I mean, yeah, we hit them. We hit them all. With that being said, thank you everyone for listening to the L7C podcast. Make sure you like, rate, comment, subscribe. We'll be back next week with more winners, losers, and so on and so forth. With that being said, L7C podcast signing out.